Hi there, and welcome to Not Quite Mint, and this is our comic blend show where we're going to be reviewing the previous month of January, as well as looking forward to all the events that we've got coming up in February.
Let's get into it.
Let's get into it.
Is the future. Evolution.
Oh, are you? Welcome back. So, today we're going to be discussing our comics of this month just gone, the comics coming up into this next month. We're going to talk a little bit about some TV and films. We're going to try and cover some games if we get some time. We've also got a giveaway, so make sure you stick around and watch the video because we have got a giveaway today. So Rich will give you all the details on how to win the things we're trying to give away anyway.
That's
So,
it.
yeah.
So, guys, so as always, if you're new to us here at Not Quite Mint, we are sort of like a comics and general pop culture channel. This is our monthly comic blend show.
Cheers.
Where we basically, sit down and contemplate over the past month and then look forward to the month coming up. Now, every month we're going to be running a giveaway. So it is very important in that respect that you actually are subscribed to the channel. Also, make sure that you're following us on Twitter and Instagram, or at least one of those other ones. It just makes it a lot easier, obviously, to get messages out to you rather than us having to pump a video out, basically. But yeah, keep watching the video because when we've wrapped up the comics section, we'll explain what the prizes are and sort of give you some idea on how you guys can enter. So let's get into this.
Let's get into this comic
section.
stuff then. So, should we discuss what we liked about January? Or do you want to do the negatives first? What we didn't like about January?
We'll probably start with a few negatives, I reckon.
Yes, do it.
One of the biggest hyped comics, I think, this month.
Yeah.
Where we're going Ironman, are we? Yeah. We had Ironman 2020.
Written by Dan Slott.
By Dan Slott, yeah.
Who I would say is a good writer. I mean, he's written quite a good spell on SpiderMan.
Yeah.
He wrote quite a very good spell on Silver Surfer. I actually think his Silver Surfer has got quite a lot of 5-star reviews.
Yeah.
I've not read it personally.
I think people were quite hyped for it. I think for me it's one of those ones that because of how Iron Man 2020 is and how its sort of origins of how it came about. Originally, we're looking at it's Argo Stark, isn't it?
Yeah.
So
isn't he supposed to be more intelligent than Tony?
Yeah, it's I didn't read obviously that initial whole how it all came about, but it just missed a beat for me.
Yeah, I would totally agree. I think I picked it up, I read it. I enjoyed the artwork. The artwork in it is lovely.
Yeah, we definitely we'll comment on the artwork.
The comic cover itself. Yeah. I mean, we've got it here, haven't we?
Yeah.
Excuse me, rummaging. It looks very unprofessional. Rummaging about, looking for something. Yeah, I've got it. So I mean, the cover on it is stunning. I mean, and it's one of. There's 10, 15 different variants of this. There's a lot of variants.
They went big on Iron Man 2020, the Marvel.
If you're buying into it. Oh God, there goes my J. Cox Campbell. If you're buying into it, then you're going to want to try and get all the covers, or you're going to try and get all the... Sorry, mate, I'll pass. Yeah, chuck it on the floor, mate. Fine.
Don't chuck it on the floor.
It's my most valuable prized piece. Just going to put this one out there. This is my most valuable prized piece.
God.
But we'll talk about
Jay
it in a different
Scott Campbell's
video.
already coming into the first video. That was like the ghost of Jay Scott
How long
Campbell.
have we been going for? 5 minutes?
5 minutes, we've already loving it.
Anyway, beside that, I'm going to... Wow, that was a nice technical difficulty, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh well.
Comics falling down and...
So, where was we? Right, okay, so... Iron Man 2020. Overall, so we can crack on and talk about the good stuff, I just didn't like it.
Yeah.
Simple as that. I just didn't get into the character.
Yeah.
I probably won't read it. Anyway.
No, I won't carry on with the series, and I think there's because they're doing. There's about 20 other books that are going to be coming out in this Ironman 2020 over the next month or so, and it's a hell of a lot of an investment, and basically based on the first issue, didn't capture me, so that's a done deal.
Yeah. You might notice there is some kind of nibbling going on in the background.
Yeah, if you do hear any background noise.
I do apologise for that, but my sweet little dachshund is with us. Raggles, come here.
He's not bothered now.
No, he's not bothered now. There we go.
So this is Ragnar.
This is Ragnar.
Known as Raggles.
His shield is behind me. Oh, you're a good boy. You need to sleep or settle. You want to go down there?
Yeah, he wants to eat his bones, thank God. So, yeah.
Right, can you stay down there? But you might hear some like crunching or nibbling, and it's just him. I've not got rats.
So yeah. Anyway, you've met Raggles.
So yeah, anything other negative things we came out with of January? I don't think there was anything too negative.
No.
The comic wise, I think that's the only one I didn't like. Comic wise.
Comics wise, there were quite a lot of highlights, I thought, this month.
A lot of highlights this month. I mean, a few surprising ones for myself.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not a Star Wars fan, but I went back and reread the Rise of Kylo Ren.
Yeah.
Issue 1, I think, came out in December. Is that right?
Yeah, I think.
And then issue 2 came out.
That's right.
This month. And actually, although I'm not a Star Wars fan, I could get behind this one. And I think it's because it's not going over the same old hash. It's not the same old, story, as it were. You're getting to see a different kind of story, but in the same universe.
Yeah, definitely.
Which I like. Definitely would pick this one up and recommend people to pick this one up.
I mean, that's the number one. It's proved quite. I managed to pick it up on like the new comic book day, and but it has proved to be quite popular. So I think it's like jumped up in value quite a lot. So whether that will always be whether that's always going to be the case, that one's going to obviously keep obviously a high value, I'm not too sure, but certainly one of the main reasons that why it has like jumped up is because at the end of obviously the Rise of Skywalker film, there's a lot of questions about obviously Ben Solo, about Kylo Ren, how he came to be, and this comic is, I think it's hitting all the points, certainly for me as a diehard Star Wars fan, of filling those gaps of like relationship with Snoke and obviously his treatment from Luke Skywalker.
Yeah. I'm going to assume people who are watching this video have seen Rise of the Skywalker. It's
been out over a month.
So I'm just going to say this is it's not really a spoiler. It's a brilliant film. Excellent film. I loved it. I thought it was great. I wouldn't say this was a spoiler, but I'm going to talk about something. It's probably going to take me about a minute or two. So if you want to skip forward, feel free. But what I'd like to say is that throughout the 3 new films, they've talked about these Knights of Ren.
Yeah.
And I've been really excited to see these Knights of Ren and what they are capable of.
Yeah.
Didn't really get behind them in the 3rd film. I think they were pretty much redundant.
Yeah, they were just there.
And all they did was cack themselves when Ben got a lightsaber.
Yeah.
But this is going to go in. This comic is essentially going to go into that. Why they are who they are, and why they respect him as a
why they're kind of subservient
to
Kylo Ren. Obviously. Yeah, you'll have to read. Obviously, if you can read the comics, I don't really want to ruin too much there. But obviously, it explains about that whole why they're called the Knights of Ren. Where the whole importance of Ren comes from. That's made fairly clear, and it's that whole like you can start to understand why Ben Solo, as he was pre Kylo Ren, sort of obviously potentially was drawn to that sort of Knights of Ren kind of attitude, and obviously under the guidance of Snoke as well.
Yeah,
so that was
really Snoke makes it. Is it Snoke or Snook? Snoke. He makes it quite a big appearance in these 2 comics.
Yeah.
To be fair, so yeah, I mean it's worth reading, I would say.
Yeah.
So that would be one of my standouts for this month. The next one for me, jumping the gun a little bit, would probably be this one. Rising Sun by IDW.
Yep.
I saw the cover, really wanted to be involved. I thought, brilliant, excellent. You know, monsters, dragons, ninjas, samurai. What more could you want from life? I would say this surprised me, and I was like, yeah, I'm going to read more. I want to read more.
Yeah, I mean,
Gripped me straight in.
All of these books, it's probably worthwhile mentioning just so that again, we do weekly comic book reviews of our top sort of picks, based upon obviously the sort of the key issues that we see that are going to be coming out. We always do a key issues video, and one comes out on Tuesday as well.
Yeah.
So again, obviously subscribe to the channel if you want to see our key issues. Those
Hit
are
the dingly bell thing.
Hit the little bell thing as well, and you'll get your notifications. But yeah, we have done like, you know, more full reviews effectively of all of these books that we're going to be mentioning, but these are just the ones that every week through those reviews that we've sort of we're sort of
in love with, as it were,
pointing out. And obviously it's worthwhile, obviously, in this summary show, having that just like trying to feed back to you guys, you know, again, these are our top picks, go and check them out. But yeah, Rising Sun, both me and Tom kind of were really quite surprised by that. Really good storytelling and everything. But as I say, go and check out the review video from a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, if you want to know a little bit more about it, go do the review. Or just pick it up and read it.
Yeah, and well, yeah, again, go and read it, if whatever outlet you've got.
Head down to your local comic shop and buy it.
Support the local comic book shops. Yes, indeed. If you're lucky enough to have them, obviously.
Oh God, yeah. I mean,
they're not everywhere.
No.
So, shall we do? Which one shall we do next? So
we've got what? 3 more, 4 more?
We've got 3
to
more,
go through.
I think. Yeah. So,
shall we start? Shall we do the Marvels?
Yeah, do the Marvels. Yeah.
So we've got 2 Marvels to do and 1 DC.
One?
Yeah. So, obviously, if you've seen our video that went out earlier this week, I was excited about this one.
Yeah.
And I'm glad we picked it up, and it was my pick of the week.
Yeah, definitely.
Excellent comic, very well written,
yeah.
Artwork's lovely. Really excited to see where it goes.
Yeah.
But I would say this was a good comic.
Yeah,
this
written
month.
by Al Ewing, Guardians of the Galaxy. Obviously, sort of like we sort of said, it's a bit of a soft reboot for everything. Well worth reading. Very well written comic. I read it, and it like sometimes like some comics you can pick up and you'll read through and you'll feel like they're done and dusted in like no time whatsoever.
Absolutely.
This one, it seemed to whilst it didn't take as long, like, you know, a long time to obviously get through, it felt like the story was quite deep. I think they explained the story, and as I say, that's probably from an Al Ewing point of view.
Yeah, I mean, like I said in our review video, I feel like it's a massive throwback to the one that came out after Annihilation. I think it's got the same kind of aspect to it, so it's brilliant. I mean, I really, really, really enjoyed this one. It will be one I'm going to pick up every month, I think.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we're going to have that as like an ongoing read type of thing where we'll probably review that week on week.
I've only just noticed, actually, if you're collecting these via how many issues there are actually of Guardians of the Galaxy, they are following the legacy numbers in the corner.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I've just noticed that. So this is actually issue 163 of Guardians of the Galaxy.
Ah, that's interesting. That's cool.
I didn't know they were continuing with the legacy
numbering. So cool. So yeah, go and check out Guardians of the Galaxy. Definitely one of our top picks.
Definitely.
Next up from Marvel. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I'll hold it up.
Yeah. So this is a one shot. It's Venom: The End. Came out again a couple of weeks ago. Focuses on, obviously Marvel are doing about 5 or 6 of these The End books. So. The first one that they did was the Miles Morales one. We obviously read that one as well, but we weren't as enthused by that. It was still okay, but
I have to be honest. I liked it to start with,
but
I went back and reread it.
Yeah,
and I kind of thought, right, I'll read it from your point of view. There goes my shield. I'll read it from Rich's point of view. Another technical issue. And yeah, I agree. I thought it was lacking a little bit of something. It wasn't quite as good as this one.
But yeah, so there's more of these coming out. They're a bit hit and miss, but we really enjoyed the Venom one because we're fans of Venom books anyway. Obviously, the Donny Cates run was really, really good. So yeah, again, go and pick this one up. And,
this is
cover.
Our pick of the month as well. I mean, it's my pick of the month,
and
I'm pretty sure it's yours.
No, it's not.
Oh, is it not?
Yeah, I changed.
Oh, you changed?
Yeah.
Oh, see, you didn't discuss it. But yeah, that's my pick of the month.
That's part of the discussion, Tom.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Keep watching.
Keep watching.
We've got our pick of the month coming up very soon.
I'm going to put that to one side then, because if that's my pick of the month and not yours.
Yeah.
Right. So.
Discussion, mate.
Discussion.
So, and then, I think, is this the final? final Marvel one that we want to talk about?
I think so.
Yeah.
Oh no, of course.
Yeah.
Donny Cates' Thor.
See, spoilers all over the place. So yeah, do you want to start talking about this one?
Well, yes. I mean, I am hugely into my Norse mythology anyway, and Thor's one of my favourite Marvel characters. So yeah, I was excited about picking this one up because I like Donny Cates. What he's done with Venom's been incredible. So picking this up, I was like, yeah, let's get into it. Let's see what it's all about. Didn't disappoint at all.
No,
I love the way issue 1 ends.
Yeah.
Yeah, excellent.
Yeah,
I haven't
definitely.
read issue 2 because it hasn't come out yet.
Yeah, I won't spoil too much for you. Obviously, again, we've done a more comprehensive review on this book in our actual review video. But I think one tip is that because Donny Cates does like to do like the sort of the cosmic, as they call the cosmic Marvel sort of line of comic books. So I think I'm definitely going back and reading Silver Surfer Black.
Yeah.
So
because that's got a tie into this, hasn't it?
Because that does have a tie into
I actually think
these books.
Annihilation Scourge.
Yeah,
has got a tie into
yes,
this as
it will do. Yeah, so it is really cool to see obviously Donny Cates' sort of Marvel work coming like together, and I think this.
Is this your pick of the month? Is this where we're going with this?
I've not on that bit of the show yet. Not on that bit of the show yet.
Hold your horses.
So shall we do DC?
Let's do DC. There's only one pick for me this month.
Yeah.
That's any good.
So DC is basically these are the Matina covers of Batman 86
Jason
and 87.
Tyrion.
So James Tyrion.
Not Jason Tyrion.
Yeah.
Jason Tyrion.
Yeah,
Almost going down Game of
You're
Thrones.
going Game of Thrones, yeah. Tyrion Lannister.
Yeah.
We should probably call him that. He might catch on. But yeah, so we've had 2 new Batman books obviously this month. 86, 87. Started the new James Tynion run, Tynion the 4th run, and carries on from the run, and I've forgotten, was it
Tom King?
Tom King. Yes.
His Bane of the City, I think, is the title of that kind of run that he did. If you've not read it, something tragic happens in it that they expand upon a little bit in these, which is quite nice.
This is a good point actually. At this point, like for me, if you haven't read the Tom King run, like obviously go back and read it. But for the most of the people who have, they probably know about like that. We're kind of apprehensive whether we should be talking about spoilers or not. Me personally, I think we should talk about spoilers, but
yeah, no, I think it should be. It's one of those.
Is it?
I'm pretty sure everyone that's watching these is probably have read this,
have got the.
But just in case they haven't,
yeah. So if you let us know in the comments down below, guys, like should we at this point, at the end of the month when the books have been out for at least a few days, should we be talking spoilers in this video, or would you prefer it that we didn't? Obviously, just let us know.
Yeah, absolutely. Because then if it's been out for a month or two, I suppose it's fair game.
It would be a good vote to put out on our Instagram and Twitter as well. If you don't obviously follow us,
spoilers, no
spoilers.
But
should we talk spoilers in our reviews or shouldn't we? Because it's. I think in our initial ones we shouldn't, but I think in this
maybe in this one, we can
makes more sense
explore
to
it a bit more.
Talk about the plots, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So, so we got obviously. I'm a Francesco Mattina fan anyway, and so I've got the 2. I'm going to collect his covers on this run.
They are stunning, though.
And they are awesome. And moving on
to the last one.
The last
one of our picks of the month.
Again, massive surprise to me. It is this crossover between Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
It's Boom Studios, isn't it?
Boom Studios.
Rather than IDW.
Yeah, and I think we're getting 1 issue of this per month, aren't we,
I believe so. This is the second run, isn't it? Second issue.
So this is the second issue, 2 of 5. There's only 5 issues. We're reviewing this as an ongoing read. So again, check out our review of this from a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
Basically, to explain this in a nutshell, I've not read...
In a half shell?
Yeah, in a half shell. Fuck, I missed that, didn't I? Anyway...
To explain this in a half shell.
In a half shell. So, basically, I've never read any of these, either Power Rangers or Ninja Turtles
comics. Nor me.
Tom hasn't either, but you've always wanted to.
Well, I watched The Toys That Make Us on Netflix.
Yeah.
Brilliant show. Go watch it. Might do a review on it at some point. It made me want to jump back into Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And I found out at New York Comic Con last year that they're doing this extra turtle called Jenica.
Yeah.
Now, I'm actually going to do a retrospective review on the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles IDW run, and I think Rich is going to do the same with the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers from the Boom Studio. So we'll do like a tit for tat with that one. Not to give too much away, because I've got loads written about what I want to talk about for that one.
Yeah.
That's what drew me to read this.
And so basically, Shredder has got hold of the Green Ranger's power coin. Is that correct?
Absolutely. Yeah.
So, and
he's Green Shred.
He is Green Ranger Shredder or something. I don't really know.
Shred Ranger.
Shredder Ranger.
Shred Ranger.
Anyway, yeah. So basically, he's got the power
Green Shredder.
The what is it? The morphing power.
Yeah.
And he's going to be Green Shredder.
The Green Shredder.
It's just weird.
Sounds like some kind of eco-friendly paper shredder, doesn't it?
Yeah. So anyway, but yeah. So there's a lot to look forward to in this series. Really is obviously.
Yeah.
I mean, prior to obviously starting this, I was pretty much, and to be fair, you could probably tell if you've been watching the channel for a bit. I was very much more of a Marvel, probably more around like SpiderMan. Type of like collector,
and Star Wars,
and obviously Star Wars as well. But my Star Wars and your J. Scott Campbell obsession. It's like they are. I think
they complement each other slightly.
Yeah. So but that's what it is. And obviously starting the channel, doing this, I'm really enjoying. Obviously, expanding my reading as well. So it's really really cool in that respect.
Look out for our artist and writer videos that are coming up. I'm going to do a video on J. Scott Campbell and my collection of J. Scott Campbell covers and artwork, and Rich is going to do something on one of his favourite writers, and then we're going to try and collab on something on that one.
Yeah, definitely. So we've got new content coming out all the time, like we're thinking of series ideas and stuff like that, so we're going to be trying out a lot of new stuff. So
if you've got any ideas of what you would like us to do, as long as it's not backflipping or trying to sail or anything like that, then we're game.
Yeah, we'll have a go. So we've pretty much summed up all of our topics.
Yeah.
So now, Tom, this is where we've got.
This is where we can discuss the top pick of the month.
Now, what we've got to explain now again, probably just quickly mentioning the giveaway is.
Yeah, do the giveaway first.
Yeah. So with our top picks, we're going to pick our favourite cover of the month. We're also going to pick our favourite comic of the month, and then what we will do is we will give away. We're going to be giving away those two comics at the very least. So this month we will be giving away our top cover, top comic, and that's how we're going to start. We will be expanding this idea as we move our way through, but ultimately, guys, you must be subscribed to the channel. First and foremost, if you want to be in there. In terms of how we're going to basically have you take part is down in the comments. Let us know what your favourite comic was this month, and if you haven't read any comics or a trade paperback, whatever your favourite read of the month is, let us know in the comments down below. But make sure that you end it with hashtag NQM giveaway. Okay, so and that's all we're asking on the YouTube channel. Be subscribed and obviously put that comment down below. But as I did say, obviously keep your eye on Instagram and Twitter. You don't have to be on both, but obviously if one or the other, we'll keep you informed.
We're going to try and link you back to this.
Yeah.
If you're on Instagram and you're on Twitter, we're going to try and link you back to this, because if you're on Instagram and you like us and you're on Twitter and you like us, you won't be in a chance to win anything.
Yeah.
So you need to come onto this channel. You need to hit subscribe, hit the little dingly bell so you get the notifications, and then comment in the comments below with your favourite comic or read of this month, and then the hashtag NQM giveaway.
Yeah.
And then we can go from there and pick a winner.
But obviously we will keep you informed on Twitter. The idea is that we'll announce this month's winner in next month's Comic Blend show. So we will keep referring back to this giveaway through the month. And obviously be collecting all the entrants as we go through. It will only be one entrance per person, so but main thing is that you're subscribed and you're obviously following us so that we can obviously update you on that, and also on any upcoming giveaways in the future.
And they're only going to get bigger.
They are only going to get bigger. So comic book cover of the month.
Let's go for it. Come on then.
Yeah.
So I didn't read this one.
Yeah.
But I think the Aquaman cover is one of my favourites.
Yeah.
I think it's stunning.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's just, yeah. It's the variant cover, this one, isn't it?
Yeah, this was the variant cover. So I will just confirm the artist, the cover artist for us. Should be on here somewhere.
It's in the back, is it?
Is it on the back with DC?
I don't know, mate, to be honest.
I don't actually know who it is. I think it's Scan. Is it here? Cover. Yeah, Scan.
Scan.
It's a Scan variant cover. He also did a really nice Guardians of the Galaxy. Now, this is where we might have a little bit of
Might have a bit of a banter on this one.
a chat because
Oh, all right, Rags.
that's the dog. No, right. So for me,
So Rags' pick of the month.
Rag's pick of the month. Yeah. So my pick of the month, and I did really go around the houses in this one.
I was torn.
Yeah, for me, I'm going with Thor. Thor number 1. And obviously Tom
I'm going with the end Venom.
with the end Venom. The main reason why I didn't go for the end Venom was it was in my head, it was like as a standalone one shot, it was definitely my favourite one shot of the month. In terms of the effect, in terms of the excitement that I got when I read it, I didn't have that. When I'd read that book, there was nothing else for me to read.
Fair comment. I would say a fair comment.
Yeah. So whereas like this Thor book, I'm literally so excited to read issue 2.
Yeah.
And from a storytelling point of view, the thing, as I say, the thing basically Galactus comes from nowhere,
And Thor becomes a herald.
Yeah, and Thor becomes a herald of Galactus. So
It's epic.
it's like 2 amazing, unexpected things, and I literally and the artwork, the impact when those 2 things happen. The last sort of splash at the back of the book is amazing. When Galactus smashes through the middle of Asgard, it's like I wasn't expecting that, and I genuinely was, what the was going on? Do you know what I mean? I literally, I was blown away. So that is why I picked Thor.
Yeah, do you know what? I can't disagree with you on that one.
Yeah.
I really can't. But the reason I picked Venom is because it's a standalone. Because you don't have to have read anything beforehand.
Yeah.
You don't have to have read anything coming up. So as a standalone comic, it's one of those you can pick up, you can read, you can pop in your collection.
Yeah.
I liked it for the story. I liked it for the fact that, Venom's life does end at the end of it, but it's how it ends, and it's how he kind of redeems himself. Although he's a villain, he then redeems himself in the future.
Yeah.
I liked it. But hearing your take on Thor, I actually think that's probably going to be the better best on this one.
Yeah.
Purely because, like you said, I like this one because it's a standalone. I think that works good.
I tell you what, Tom. It's our first giveaway. Let's be generous. Shall we give away both?
Let's do both.
Shall we do both?
Yeah, let's do both.
Shall we do both?
We're going to do both.
We'll do both. So we'll give away a Thor number 1, which I think is going to be pretty collectible anyway.
Yeah.
And we'll give away a the end Venom as well.
And you also get Aquaman 56 beautiful cover.
So there you go. There's a bit of an upgrade, and I think that's because I think it's going to be the best balanced choice. So obviously keep your eyes open, guys. And again, we'll obviously make sure that you're commenting down below.
Yeah.
And there we go. So that's decided.
What's that? Done. God, I thought we were going to have an argument.
No,
to be fair, I wouldn't have argued. I probably would have buckled and gone for that one.
Yeah. So, but no, it's a valid.
But yeah, I think that's a good compromise. Let's do both.
Cool. Let's do both.
Cool.
Cool. Excellent.
So now we're going to talk about what's coming up in February and the end of January.
There's a lot happening in February.
There's some good stuff in February.
Yeah.
So which studio should we start with? Should we do Marvel, DC, IDW, Boom, or Dark Horse?
Shall we start with Independence first?
Okay. Well, I know that Dark Horse are doing a Cyberpunk comic, which is supposed to go alongside the Cyberpunk game. So that's going to be quite a desirable key, I think, this month. One to pick up, one to read. I don't know much about the Cyberpunk thing. I just saw the trailer and saw
Keanu Reeves. Yeah.
I probably won't pick it up as a video game to play, but I could be quite interested in the comic book.
Yeah.
Because I do prefer reading to playing video games. No,
As I say, I totally agree. I think it is interesting. We see it in Marvel now, don't we, with like the Gamerverse comics and things like that. Obviously, we did review last month the Black Cat Strikes Spider-Man. We didn't. It wasn't one of our favourite books, was it? But again, they're obviously sort of telling the stories in the games in comics as well. Obviously, it's a marketing thing to get people to play the games and all the rest of it, but it doesn't add anything in terms of continuity. No. It doesn't add anything. So I'm not a massive gamer fan. So
they do struggle. I think most comic book studios that take on a video game try to turn it into a comic do struggle.
Yeah.
I think it's very rare that that there's a good one. I mean, if there is a good one and anyone can recommend one to read, then please comment below or let us know on Twitter or Instagram.
I think if there's a good gaming
good gaming one that we should read. Yeah,
cool.
Boom Studios are doing
Studios,
again Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. So we get to see a really good reveal this time of the Green Shredder.
See what his capabilities are, his new powers.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to that one.
Yeah.
And then they've got this new comic called Alienated.
Okay.
Which I believe has got something to do with an alien being born, and it gives these children who found it the abilities. Mm-hmm. So it sounds okay. Sounds like it could be worth picking up. I mean, I'll probably pick it up and read it. It could be a key, but we won't know until we get a bit closer.
Yeah.
But yeah, could be worth picking that one up.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, IDW wise, I think Boom Studios, they're like, I need to understand this, because obviously there's Boom that are doing the crossovers.
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
I think Boom are doing the crossovers,
and then you've got the standalones on IDW.
But the funny thing is, when you look at the IDW's list of things they've got Marvel and Star Wars.
Yes, they've got
like the Disney
the
kind
Star
of
Wars
stuff.
They've got a Star Wars something like Greatest Adventures or something line, haven't they? So it's interesting, how they've got like these cross licensing issues. Again, not very interesting to talk about, but I need to understand that a bit more, because it is quite confusing. That one property doesn't just sit with the one sort of publisher. But anyway, industry issues. So
IDW. So this month for IDW, we're getting our first proper standalone comic for Jennica, who's the new turtle.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about her, and I'm probably not going to read this one. I'll get it, but I'm not going to read it because I'm currently reading
you're obviously catching
Transformers, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles from 1 to 100, and I want to save the surprise. But I'm going to get this cover. I've just printed it off because it's not been arrived yet. But I think it's absolutely lovely.
Yeah.
And it's a very Mortal Kombat
it's up,
kind of
right
Street
up,
Fighter.
Yeah, very much up Tom's street.
Which is my kind of thing. I mean, I love beat 'em up games. I think they're great. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that one. Transformers Valentine's Day special comes out this month.
Okay.
And there's some art in it by a dear friend of mine called Jack Lawrence, who actually has done the thumbnail drawings for our little thumbnails, the one of me and you in our suits.
Oh yeah, if you look at any of our thumbnails,
that artwork is done by Jack Lawrence. So,
that's cool. So
it's a good lad.
Yeah, so obviously you're going to be checking that out.
Yeah.
So quite a big month looking at the mine and your list for
DC and Marvel, the big two.
Marvel, the big two.
Yeah, they've got some good stuff, man. So do you want to take the Marvel one?
So I'll go through Marvel. So we've got one of the biggest books out in February is going to be Wolverine, #1. So obviously again, soft reboot of Wolverine in the new Dawn of X. Is it going to be part of the Dawn of X?
Yeah. Apparently there's going to be the first appearance of Omega Red. Coming back into... I don't know how you say the name of the island they're on. Is it Krakatoa?
Krakatoa.
I don't know. But I'm excited to this one because, again, it all comes under the banner of the Jonathan Hickman universe.
Yeah.
And I just think he's doing great things with X-Men. They've just got a really good...
I've collected them all and haven't read them yet.
Yeah.
So,
It's just got a really good aspect to it. I mean, it's just... Yeah, I like it. I like what they're doing with X-Men.
Then we've got, obviously, ongoing, we've got an X-Men and Fantastic Four by Franklin Richards. There's a sort of a bit of... It's not...
Yeah, Franklin Richards is Sue and Mr. Fantastic's son. Yeah. And he's a mutant.
Yeah.
So he's got access to go to, how to say it? Krakatoa.
Right, okay.
So that... And they want him there. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of that kind of aspect of it.
Right,
Also, in February, I think Deadpool's about to make his appearance at.
Yes, yeah,
at
I've heard this as well. So we've got an X-Men Fantastic Four sort of crossover mini sort of limited series. We've also got a Nebula #1 to tie in with the current Guardians of the Galaxy
Yep.
that obviously we've mentioned earlier in the show. We've got Gwen Stacy #1, which has got a J.
Scott Campbell cover, which is stunning. The little butterflies on it, it's awesome.
I don't like it. I think if you saw my views on Wonder Woman 750, like,
butterflies aren't Richie's cup of tea.
Butterflies aren't my cup of tea at all, or flowers. None of that soft stuff.
But the most exciting book I think that's coming out in February is Darth Vader issue 1.
Yeah, which is interesting coming from Tom, because
because I'm not a Star Wars fan.
Not a Star Wars fan, but yeah, we've got the Darth Vader #1 starting, which I think in March or whenever we're going to get the new Dr. Aphra as well. If you've been reading the Star Wars stuff,
there's some concept art on our Instagram if you want to go and have a look at it.
Well, there'll be obviously Rise of Kylo Ren issue 3 for us to obviously get into as well, and I think and then obviously the month after it'll end, because there's only I think 4 issues in the Rise of Kylo Ren book. Don't know how long this Vader sort of series is going to go on for.
This is 3rd volume, 3rd retake, 3rd reboot.
It's 3rd or 4th. I have a feeling it might be the 4th, because they had a Darth Vader. I think they had a Vader Down, didn't they?
Vader Down was good.
There was one which was called, I think, Darth Vader, Lord of the Sith as well. So
right, so this is like maybe his 4th incarnation.
In this sort of like it's obviously still canon, and that's what people forget with the Star Wars books, is that they are canon within the universe type of thing. So they're very, very relevant to everything that's going on, and we'll be talking about Project Luminous later in the video a little bit, to explain where things may end up going. One big book as well, it's only a one shot that I'm quite excited about, is the Immortal Hulk SpiderMan.
That's the end of this month though, isn't it?
Is it next month?
Is that next week?
Oh, is that next week?
I feel like it's next week.
Okay, cool. Yeah, it was on my February list. So
no, it might be February.
But no, it's cool.
It's there somewhere, mate.
Yeah. Anyway, in the next month, beyond this video, we've got
beyond this blabbering,
we've got the Immortal Hulk Spider-Man one shot. Yeah. So we'll be picking that up, and we'll be doing a review in one of our videos that will come, obviously.
Definitely, because it's basically one of my two favourite top characters.
Yeah, and
merged together.
And excited for us, because obviously it was one of our pick of the weeks. Is 4-3. And I think we've covered everything.
That's Marvel, isn't it?
That's Marvel. DC, quite a big month here.
Yeah, so we've got another issue of White Knight.
Yeah.
So that's ramping right up White Knight.
Yeah, we've got about 2 issues left, have we?
Yeah, and it's brilliant. I mean, Sean Murphy's doing some great things with the White Knight. I mean, his original run that he did was great, and this is just carrying on from that, and it's brilliant.
Yeah, definitely.
Go on.
We've got the Flash is going to get a 750th issue as well, which hopefully it'll be better than the Wonder Woman one.
I like the Wonder Woman one.
Yeah, I didn't. But yeah, so it's going to be the Flash, so I think it'll be more my kind of thing. So as it's a commemorative issue, we'll probably do a review on that one as well. So as I say, make sure you subscribe for the giveaway, and also make sure you subscribe for our reviews.
Yeah. Covering back on the Martinez covers, there's the DC Unkillables comes out this month. He's doing the covers for that, and it's following the events of Deceased.
Yeah, because as I say, I collected all of the Martina covers for Deceased.
What did I just call him? Did I call him Martina?
Martinez or something like that. So.
I need to get the names right. It's my memory, mate. It's terrible.
But yeah, so don't worry. As I say, he's going to he's obviously going to carry on, and they're going to be like those full facial, like sort of zombified.
The Red Hood one looks wicked.
Yeah,
it's got like the slight smashed up face. It looks great.
Just awesome covers. So I'll carry on my collection into that. So again, expect a review. That. Do you want to do the Batman Pennyworth one?
Yeah. So there's 2 Batman comics this month I'm looking forward to. So there's the next step on the James Tynion run. Mm-hmm. So we get to see a bit more of. Hopefully, we get to see the designer and what's going on.
Yeah.
And also there's the Alfred Pennyworth R.I.P. book, which I'm guessing is going to be covering, a little bit about his past, how he became the butler, and Or it's just going to be a case of it being a memory book.
Yeah, like.
But then I think they're doing that in Detective Comics.
The compilation type of thing, yeah. Because the Detective Comics is doing a
Annual
Memorial
3.
12 as well, aren't they? So there's lots of stuff around. Obviously, in Tom King's run, Alfred passes away, and we're dealing with that in the James Tynion IV run. So yeah, there's these books coming out about.
Yeah,
that sort of obviously the memorial of Alfred, which is very valid.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It's really
because we want to see what happens to Bruce now without his moral compass.
That's right, exactly. We've got then Green Lantern season 2.
Season 2, yeah. I'm looking forward to this one. I like Green Lantern. I fell off it after the rebirth.
Yeah.
And when they brought Sinestro back as a Green Lantern, I was just not keen. But I really like Green Lantern. He's one of my favourites. And this is, I think Grant Morrison's back on this one.
Yeah,
the writer. So yeah, I'm gonna pick this one up.
Exciting stuff. And then there's a new Harley Quinn and the Birds of Prey.
Yes, I think this is a tactical release. To be honest,
yeah, because obviously on the 7th of February, I believe we get the fabulous emancipation of Harley Quinn.
I don't know. It's too much to say for me.
Yeah,
mate.
so the movie obviously is coming out, so it's it's not a movie tie-in as far as I believe, but it's just obviously another story from DC Comics about Harley Quinn and the Birds of Prey. So we're going to be doing like a lot of retrospective read sort of reviews with you. So yeah, there's just lots and lots of comic content coming, guys. So as I say, joining in the giveaway. Make sure you're subscribed. Follow us on Instagram or Twitter so that we just can keep up to date with you on a daily basis. And obviously, tell us down below if you want to be in the giveaway. Hashtag NQM giveaway, and also tell us what books you've been reading this month.
Yeah, it'd be really interesting to know. So we've done our comics, guys. We're now going to do a little bit of a review and chat about TV and films.
Yeah, so
looking at enjoyed this month. Yeah,
stuff that we've enjoyed, stuff that's obviously just stuff to look out for next month, and obviously keep your eyes open because we do movie reviews and stuff like that. So again, they're in the playlists on the channel. If you want to see what films we reviewed that we're going to talk briefly about in a minute, just obviously check.
Should we start with that one? What films are you thinking of you're going to go and watch this month?
So this month, there's not a great deal, but there's probably 4 films that kind of interested me. First and foremost, obviously, Harley Quinn.
Yeah, I think we're going to go see this one together, right?
Yeah, going to try and go and see that one. That's the 7th of February, so I'll put it in your diary. I'm putting it in mine.
Yeah.
We'll try and sort that out.
I'm going to stop swinging my coffee around. It looks like I've got nothing in it.
Yeah. So we've got Harley Quinn. Also, I don't know if we'll go and both see this, but I don't even know if I'm actually going to bother going and seeing it. It's Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh, see, I liked Sonic when it came out.
Yeah.
I probably would go and watch this, but I didn't like the trailer, and I didn't like.
Have you seen both trailers?
I have.
Yeah.
I didn't. I preferred the second one.
Yeah, second one.
But again, I'm not sure. It's just not. It's not. I definitely wouldn't say it's drawing me in.
Yeah, and it's Jim Carrey and stuff, and I don't know. I'm not as big a fan of Jim Carrey with all the controversy that he's had. I don't like him anymore as a person. So I don't know. I'm a bit bummed out with that one.
Yeah.
Well, one of the other films, again, I don't know if I'll go and see it. I'm not even sure if it might actually already be out. Is the Doolittle film?
Yeah. He was on Graham Norton last night.
Yeah. So I don't know if
Downey.
it's actually came out this Friday or next Friday or something like that. So it might already be out, but it's one that it may get watched in the next couple of weeks.
I've not seen the trailer, so I didn't even know this was out until it popped up on my YouTube a couple of days ago, and it was like recommended trailers. I didn't watch it.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've got any care to watch it.
Yeah.
I mean, I really like the Eddie Murphy to Doolittle.
But yeah, I mean, I'm literally I'm not massively invested in that one. So whether I'll go and see it. The last film that I will mention is basically there's a remake of a film coming out called The Invisible Man. It's basically another Invisible Man sort of story.
Can you see him though?
It's in the clues in the title, Tommy. But so it's I'm not too sure whether again I'll go and see it. It's quite a sparse month for like big blockbuster films. I know on Valentine's Day there's another. There's like my wife is a big fan of Jane Austen, and I've already know that I'm going to go and see the the adaptation of Emma on on Valentine's night. So yeah, we're going for a night out on Valentine's night, and that's the film that happens to come out that week. So we're probably going to go and see that.
Yeah.
But I won't review that because it probably won't be a positive review, and I might be surprised. Who knows?
If it is a positive review, he'll do one.
Yeah, but if not, it's not really relevant to the channel anyway. But Harley Quinn, definitely, we're going to make an effort on that one, aren't we? And that's it, really. That's the upcoming.
Yeah. If you want to see what our views were, well, I say our views. I haven't watched half these movies this month, but if you want to see what Rich's views on the movies that have come out this month, like Bad Boys, 1917. And The Gentleman, then please go back and watch our videos.
Yeah, we've got those standalone film reviews that I did, obviously, this past month. But all pretty good films, to be fair. So go and check the videos out to see what I thought, really.
Yeah.
A bit of an in-depth kind of look. So, Tom, what have we been watching this month?
What have we been watching? You mean TV shows or...
Yeah, TV shows.
So I have been finally finishing off Mandalorian.
Yep.
Excellent. Loved it.
Yeah.
Definitely worth going to watch. If you haven't got Disney Plus yet in the UK, but I have been able to watch these and I've actually really enjoyed them.
Yeah, I worked at a VPN type of route as well, so I've managed to watch them as well. We will probably do a full series breakdown
when it's available
in the UK. It's only fair, really. Obviously, most people who have wanted to have seen it will have seen it. Because of obviously the scheduling issues with Disney Plus, but that's a separate issue. And there's plenty of videos out there already. But me and Tom, we've enjoyed it that much. We definitely want to do.
I'll definitely want to do a review on this.
A proper one for our sort of, our UK guys. Obviously when it comes out, because we don't want to ruin anything for anybody. Even though you've probably seen a million memes and pictures of like one of the biggest reveals. But,
I mean, that is in the first episode, so
yeah, it's the first episode.
You're not.
If you don't know,
it's not too much. It's not too much of a spoiler.
But yeah, in terms of how it all ends and everything like that, we won't ruin any of the plot. So yeah, we've done that. We've both watched The Witcher.
I like The Witcher.
Yeah.
I would say the storyline's a little bit confusing to start with.
Yeah,
and it's all over the place and lots of twists and turns and all that. And Henry Cavill's voice in the first episode, before you get used to it, is a bit comical, really.
It's not Superman, is it?
No, and he's not Batman either, but it's kind of like a mishmash of the other.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I enjoyed it. I really liked it. Once I got into it and I knew what was going on.
Yeah.
But it's definitely a stick with.
Yeah, it's
I think if you're going to watch the first two episodes, stick with it after that.
Yeah. There's a lot to take on board.
Yeah, oh god, yeah. It's all over the place. But yeah, I think it's good. Like that one.
Yeah, Witcher for me, had no expectations. It's obviously based on a book series written by a Polish book series, I believe.
Book series. And a video game.
And a video game, obviously. Is it 3 games?
I want to say 4.
Anyway, so there's obviously massive franchise, really. But yeah, I had no real expectations, knew nothing about it. Me and the wife obviously sat down watching it. She absolutely loved it. It's despite it being quite graphically gory.
Yeah. Well, this is the thing actually I wanted to touch on. I went to the cinema recently to watch Star Wars, and they advertised The Witcher in the trailers as a 12A. I wouldn't give it a 12A. There's a lot more in it. I would definitely put it 15 to 18.
There's a lot of sex and nudity in it, guys.
I wouldn't say it was a 12A.
It is not a 12A. There's very graphic.
There is one particular scene
Are we talking
I'm thinking
about
of
where she gets reborn?
Yeah.
There's a whole thing
where... I mean, that is very graphic.
Very graphic. You see everything, literally, don't you?
So a 12A is not 12 advisory. It's 12 don't take them, basically. Don't watch it if you're 12.
But yeah, obviously it's a Netflix show. I think in fairness it is rated an 18 on Netflix.
Right.
So, but yeah, having seen it advertised at the cinema... along with your 12A sort of films, I think, God, you can't be going... I mean, if somebody was going and watching a 12A film what was... Endgames was a 12A, wasn't it, I think? I
think so, yeah.
12A? So you might have, kids younger than, 12 going and seeing a film of that type. It's you could not be letting them watch Superman...
No.
in a cod piece and with swords with grey hair. Definitely not.
Cinematography in this movie, in this TV show, is incredible.
show, yeah.
I mean, some of the choreography with the fight scenes and the way the camera pans around. It's just,
better than Game of Thrones.
I would say, yeah.
Harder hitting, definitely. The
I
quality.
preferred it to the last series of Game of Thrones.
Oh,
but I do love Game of Thrones.
Yeah, we're big Game of Thrones fans, but obviously both felt let down by season 8 and the way it all came to an end. But yeah, The Witcher, really, really good. Eight episodes long.
Yeah.
Go and see it, but be prepared. It can be a little bit graphic, but if you like Game of Thrones, you're going to like this because it's got
and
the
if you like Lord of the
sex,
Rings,
nudity, action, fantasy. It's great.
Yeah, worth watching.
Yeah. So the only other thing that was worth mentioning, it came out this week actually, didn't it?
I've watched episode 1.
Episode 1, watched it as well, again last night with the wife, unsurprisingly. Picard.
Yeah. Jean-Luc Picard is back.
Star Trek, yeah.
Fun fact.
Here we go.
I like the old fun facts. So apparently, Patrick Stewart didn't want to do this at all. So he went to a private meeting with the director and the studio to talk about how he really didn't want to do this, and came out of the studio, signed the dotted line, and was in it.
So he had it sold.
He had it sold to him. And to be perfectly honest, what an opening episode! Excellent. I was in straight away. I loved it. Fun. It was brilliant. The dog in it is amazing. Like
number one.
The dog. Yeah.
Number one, isn't he? Which is I know it's an Easter egg to the Next Generation. Him being called number one, but I can't. I haven't watched
Riker?
it. I think it's Riker, isn't he? He calls him his number one, doesn't he?
Well, he's his second.
Right hand man. So I'm a bit. I need to. It is making me want to go back and watch Next Generation.
But I don't feel like, apart from losing a little bit of weight as he's got older, Patrick Stewart hasn't aged at all. I was lucky enough a few years ago. I did some work for the RSC on Hamlet, and I actually got to meet Patrick Stewart, and he's one of the nicest guys I've ever come across.
I've only heard good things for him.
So yeah, I mean, I was excited about watching this one.
It's an Amazon Prime show, isn't it? So it's worthwhile pointing that out. Obviously, if you haven't got Amazon Prime,
get it because you're missing Vikings.
Because you miss. Oh yeah, and Vikings as well. God, yeah. Because that's still ongoing.
Oh my god! Yeah, I think it's just come to its
mid-season
hiatus.
Yeah. So
I'm not a fan of. I've not been a fan wholeheartedly of Vikings since series 4, when they killed off the main character.
Yeah.
But then it slowly built up, but it's a lot of this. Oh, we're going to go over here and do this. Or we're going to go over here and do this. And it's a lot of build-up. But I still absolutely love it. The last 2 episodes have had me in tears. So yeah, I mean, go watch Vikings. But we're not doing Vikings today.
Yeah. But it's we've mentioned it, so hey,
we'll probably do a proper video on Vikings, like a decent.
Yeah, if you haven't noticed, obviously we have a sausage dog. Well, Tom and his fiancée have...
This is Earl Ragnar.
Yeah, have Ragnar...
And his shield.
The sausage dog. Or Dachshund, if you want to be correct. And obviously this is his shield. Your big recent birthday was Viking season.
Yeah, I grew my beard, shaved my head.
I also grew a beard. We all got dressed up, all got drunk, and...
if you go on Catherine Winnick's Instagram page, there's a video of me inviting her to my Viking party.
Yeah, that's a good point. So there you go. But it was pretty awesome.
And I think Alexander Ludwig I invited as well.
Yeah, so
they didn't come.
So yeah, guys. So stick with us. Yeah, we'll probably talk more about Vikings as we go on.
So what is coming out in February? TV shows.
TV show wise, there's quite a lot. There's some stuff that's really some of it's like comic book related, so I'll probably try and stick to the comic book crossover stuff really. Shows that aren't necessarily comic book related that I will be watching myself, but won't necessarily talk about them on the channel, is Narcos Mexico season 2. I'm a big Narcos fan, so yeah, love that show. And also, I don't think it's a comic book series, but it's Altered Carbon season 2. I think it's a novelisation of books.
The first one.
Yeah, I enjoyed it at the start. Got a bit.
It lost me halfway through, and I was like, no, I can't be asked.
But I'm looking forward to it because, again, the crossover with that is it's Anthony Mackie, who is the Falcon. He's going to be the lead in season 2, so I'm interested to see that whole thing. It was Joel Kinnaman in the first season, who's also been in RoboCop and a couple of other things.
Oh, that movie.
but obviously we've got Anthony Mackie, I believe, who's taking up the role, and it's a Japanese name who the main character is, and I don't actually remember what it is. Something Takeshi, I think, something like that. But anyway, that's something I'm going to be watching. Maybe I'll talk about it more on we'll see how it goes. And then we've got obviously Pokemon Mewtwo, the remake of the first movie.
Remake of the first movie in a different animated style, so it's all 3D.
It's 3D animation.
Comes onto Netflix, and it'll be on Pokemon Day, which I think is February the 23rd. I want to say 23rd. I'm probably wrong, so don't quote me on that one.
Yeah, and as we mentioned about with the films this month, we were quite low on really good kind of relevant channel relevant films. So I think me and Tom might
review this one.
I think we should review.
I think we should
one.
from a personal point of view, from an animating point of view. I'd like to review this one because I don't like some of the animation in it. So I'd like to review this.
I think so keep your eyes open again. Make sure you subscribed. Obviously, we're having the comic book giveaway that we've explained earlier on, but make sure you subscribe because we'll probably we'll do a standalone review of that, which will be nice. And then sort of more comics books related. It is already out, but Titans,
it's on Netflix, isn't it?
Yeah, Titans season 2 on Netflix. I was a big fan of Have you watched any of season 2?
I've watched. Have
you watched anything in season 2?
I've watched half of the first episode.
Okay, cool.
I did get gripped in and I wanted to watch more. It's just I had to go and do something.
Yeah, no. So, first season, really enjoyed it, but I think it left on a pretty big cliffhanger, didn't it?
I enjoyed season 1 very much so. I just kind of felt like there was a little bit too gritty for the sake of being gritty.
Yeah, it's a lot more violent and there's a lot of, trash talk on it, isn't there?
Yeah, and I don't know whether it because... I don't know. I don't know how to explain this in a way that's not going to sound like I'm being really hard critical. Because I like Titans. My only problem was there's lots of bits where there's just a quick scene, or not quick scene, like a long scene where it's just their face and they're not saying anything, and it's like, oh god, come on now. I mean, I had enough of that in Daredevil series 1 where they just didn't edit it properly.
Yeah.
I felt like but I did enjoy season 1. And I loved the introduction of Jason Todd.
Yeah.
He's one of my favourite Robins.
Yeah, I've seen the first episode so far of season 2, but we'll probably talk about it more next month when Tom's had a chance to watch it. Hopefully, it wasn't I'm not gripped after the first episode, and I'll explain the reasons for that at some later point. But rather than talk about it ruining anything for Tom, I'd like to get his reaction to that when you've watched the full. When you've watched the full.
That's my reaction.
Yeah, when you watch the full, what's it? So, moving on. The only other thing worth mentioning is Netflix again on the 7th of February are bringing out a adaptation of the graphic novels of Lock and Key. Now,
is that Image?
I don't know. I don't actually know. I think it might be Image. I'm not sure, but it was basically, I believe there's about 8 different, graphic novel-y type of books. I think they're written by Joe Hill, who's doing the current DC Black Label.
Yeah. Is that the not Dollhouse?
Hill House? Is it Hill House? Well, it's Basket Full of Heads. I think there's a Dollhouse one. There's about 4 or 5 out now, isn't there? So it's basically Joe Hill, son of Stephen King. It was kind of like, this is why he's got the exposure to do the books with DC. And it's basically like almost like Haunted House, and it's kids. So it's got that. It almost has like a. I don't know, when I watched it, like if you ever watched Goosebumps as a kid, was that Nickelodeon, I think? It's got that kind of feel to it.
Was it Fox Kids?
I don't know.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, it was. I think it was Goosebumps anyway that I used to watch, and it's like got that like kind of. It's like young kids exploring a haunted house. They find a load of keys, and all these keys do have different powers, and Have you seen the trailer?
I haven't.
Yeah.
No. To be honest, it sounds like it's some kind of horror thing, so I probably won't watch it.
And it is a horror. to point that out. So again, Tom does not do horror. Just to plug that. But yeah, so it for me.
I'm probably going to be forced to.
I quite like a lot of horror films type stuff. So that's pretty much obviously what's coming up in February.
Yeah.
It is worthwhile mentioning very briefly Disney Plus. If you're excited about Disney Plus, it's coming out on I think the 24th of March now, not the 31st of March. So I'll be signing up to that. And meantime, I'm going to be reviewing Mandalorian as we mentioned, but we're going to there's
do a
lots of
proper
stuff
job
coming out as well,
yeah.
isn't there? And
Falcon and
Winter
Soldier.
Falcon and Winter Soldier. There's the Obi-Wan show, which is in a couple of years' time. There's the Cassian and Andor Star Wars one.
Yeah.
There's loads. Vision, WandaVision. That's a big one. Well, so we'll be talking about all of
crap TV children's TV show.
Yeah.
WandaVision.
But,
WandaVision. Oh, that's the Chucklevision.
Chucklevision. You're not going to get that out of your head now, aren't you?
No.
So lots and lots of stuff coming out, and obviously they did debut the trailer for Star Wars: The Clone Wars as well.
They did. That I'm
Season
excited
7.
for. Yeah. Ahsoka is front and central, wasn't she?
Yeah. So I think I think in the main Clone Wars series, she at this point has turned her back on the Jedi Order and kind of is walking away, I believe. And I think this is looking at that whole sort of process as well. So really excited for that, of course. So next bit is just briefly to talk about Project Luminous.
Yes. Do you want to take this one while I pop the dog out?
Yeah, go for it. Yeah. Go for it.
Well, Rich is going to take over. Why don't I just pop the dog out because he stinks?
Yeah. So while I've got you, basically, it is something that's been bandied around over the last couple of months, but with everything that I think that this month it's definitely gaining a hell of a lot of traction. It's the Star Wars Project Luminous. It's something that I'm very, very excited about. There's more details that are coming out, obviously, as we speak. And effectively, I think it's basically this whole idea that this is going to be the next phase of Star Wars films moving on from The Rise of Skywalker. It's going to be covering, the TV shows are going to tie into it. There's going to be films, comics, and obviously novelisation of books, but also games as well. I believe that it's going to be more so, I think, the books and games that are going to be featured more prominently. And it's this whole concept where they're talking about basically going, so I think it's around about 400 years before the Skywalker saga occurred, and it's set around a period that's known as the High Republic period. So this is a period where Jedis are kind of ruling supreme. The Sith have basically been wiped out, I think around about 700 years previously. But it's going to be focused on Jedi exploring out into the the outer rim and stuff like that of under the unknown regions, I think they call them in the Star Wars sort of world. One thing to point out is that another reason for mentioning it is we mentioned obviously the rise of Kylo Ren. In that comic book, Luke does refer directly to the High Republic era. So a lot of people are thinking that obviously comics as we see them now are going to start talking more about this High Republic era to start laying the foundations, and I think we can basically look forward to in the future there being almost like an MCU style approach to the Star Wars films, and that's pretty much what Project Luminous is looking to be. So Tom's going to come back in now, and he's pretty much going to take over in the next section that we've got for you, which is going to be our gaming section. Woohoo! So Tom's going to basically talk about exciting stuff in games now, and I'm going to take over with the dog.
Okay, guys, it's now time for our little game section. I'll be taking this one more than Rich.
I have no time to play video games. I play on I play my little Star Wars game on my mobile phone, and that's about it. I used to love gaming.
To be fair, I haven't got that much time to play games either, so I only tend to pick up the ones that you can pick up and put back down.
Yeah.
And over Christmas period, I picked up Pokemon. and I found that game. I was really excited about it anyway because Pokemon has this kind of draw for me that it reminds me of when I was a kid.
Is it Sword and Shield?
Sword and Shield, yeah. It reminds me of being a kid, and I come back into it, and it's like I have that childlike, oh my god, I can't wait to collect all these Pokemon and things.
Yeah.
The only problem with this one is that they decided they were going to sack off all the Pokemon. So you can't collect everything. You can't get all Pokemon. So the completionist in me was going, ugh. However, part of me really likes it, and I'm probably one of the minute people that enjoyed the fact that they limited the Pokemon that you could get. Mainly because it forces you to use new Pokemon you've not used before. You can think a bit more strategic. I really like this game. Right from the get-go, it's beautiful, it's stunning.
The graphics look quite different.
Yeah, it's brilliant, because it's the first one on this... Well, it's the first next gen on the Switch. So obviously there was Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. This is the newest one, next generation, with the new generation Pokemon. Excellent game. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I would definitely recommend it to people. I found when I got to, there's a bit where they get into this like a wild area pit where you can do like max raid battles with Pokemon. You can get these Gigantamax style Pokemon. I found that really good. I really enjoyed that. I spent hours and hours in the wild area, so I missed playing on the story, which gave it a lot longevity for me. And I'm glad I did it that way, because when I actually finished the game itself, and I got to the end of Pokemon, I was like, oh, I'm not really sure where to go now. Like I felt a little bit done. But I'm guessing that's why they're doing the DLC later on this year, which I will be reviewing. I'm looking forward to that DLC. Cool. There's 2 parts to it, so I'm quite looking forward to that. The Isle of Armor, and then there's another one whose name I can't remember.
Sweet.
But so new Pokemon, new legendaries, all sorts, should be pretty good. I have to touch on Temtem that came out in
I'm curious
a couple
about this,
of weeks ago.
Just looks like a complete and utter Pokemon rip-off.
Essentially, it is. It's got a really nice user interface. It's really nice characters. They're really well designed. My friend at work has played it. I unfortunately haven't got round to playing it because I don't have a PC I can play it on. But my friend at work has played it and he's enjoying it. He likes the user interface. He's mentioned how the combat system is surprisingly fresh, because instead of the PB part of Pokemon, you've got this kind of stamina bar that's it's a little bit more. It's just a bit more different, really. But it's far enough away from Pokemon not to be Pokemon.
Cool.
But it's close enough to be a bit of a rip-off, really. But I mean, I'm excited to see this one come to the Switch, and I will pick it up if it comes to the Switch. So I hope the Kickstarter keeps going.
They're doing a Kickstarter, aren't they?
Yeah. So I hope this Kickstarter keeps funding and people really get into it. Yeah.
Oh, one thing we should say about Kickstarter, just to mention it, we are going to be reviewing a comic from the creators of Surefire. So I can actually talk about these. So Surefire was a Nintendo Wii U game that was funded after a successful Kickstarter. I think the guy, the creator of that, has reached out to us, our channel, which is very nice considering we are very, very new. And he's sending us his comic book, which is for Surefire Part 2, which is going to be on the Switch if his current Kickstarter is successful, and we're going to review the comic book. So we might even look at the game later.
Yeah, we probably will. I mean, I probably will.
Yeah.
If it comes on the Switch or the PlayStation 4, I'll definitely pick it up.
Cool. But yeah, so just as a little Kickstarter mention,
Kickstarter side note there.
So moving on. What?
So my last review, and it's only because I've only played these games. Is my game of 2019 was Mortal Kombat 11.
Yeah.
I am a huge fan of the Mortal Kombat series. I've been playing Mortal Kombat 3 since I was a kid. Probably shouldn't admit that I've been playing it when I was a child on the SNES, because it's quite violent.
Parents didn't know what it was.
But my dad just played it with me, so I can just say. I mean, I turned out all right. I'm not going around murdering people. Or anything
like ripping people's heads off with chains and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely not
and
doing
freezing people with liquid nitrogen or something like that. Yeah,
exactly. But this for me was an amazing game. I had such a huge hype for it. I had my nose pressed against the letterbox waiting on day of release.
So it's Mortal Kombat 11.
Mortal Kombat 11, yeah, so good. I really enjoyed this game. It's one of those games. I know it's not everyone's cup of tea, and it's not everyone's not going to say, yeah, it's my game of 2019. It's my game of 2019 because it's one I can keep going back to. And I've picked up Pokemon. I've picked up a few of the little games throughout the year, but I keep going back to Mortal Kombat, and I think it's because the story's really good. I found the story really engaging. I got through it. I was really happy with it. I enjoyed it, and then the tutorials were so intuitive that help you learn the skills to be a Mortal Kombat player. You've got basic tutorials, advanced tutorials, and then you've got like pro tutorials.
Yeah.
And it gives you that. It gave me that feel that right, yeah, I know what I'm doing now. I can get into the ring with the pros.
You've taken it on a competitive.
I did, yeah. I ended up.
Well.
I came 38th out of 100,000 people in Europe.
Yeah, so
I was happy with that. But that's my first time I've done that, and this is the first game that's given me that little kick to try and do something
felt
like
confident
that. Felt confident to go and do it.
Yeah,
hopefully, depending on how we edit this, we can put a little video of some of my skills at the bottom. But
yeah.
I went from noob, although I've been playing it since I was, MK
so
MK3.
Yeah,
I knew all the buttons.
You've always enjoyed beat 'em ups. I played Street Fighter 2 back in the day, and then you had the Championship Edition, and then that kind of moved on to more like the Nintendo platforms. But obviously Mortal Kombat 3. I remember playing that around my mate's house when I was in like high school, in secondary school, and it was like we've played a couple of matches on.
Jesus,
those are
that's the ladies coming back.
The ladies coming back from a bit of shopping. Very exciting.
Excited for the dog. But anyway, Mortal Kombat 10 out of 10 for me.
That was 10 out of 10, was it?
It was 10 out of 10, mate. Yeah.
So there we go. But yeah, so loving Mortal Kombat. We're gonna try. Let us know in the comments down below, guys. If you've watched this video for this long, let us know if you're a Mortal Kombat fan and you want to see more about it. Obviously, comment.
I'm probably going to do a reaction video because Spawn is about to make his appearance in Mortal Kombat 11.
We've got the Joker download.
Joker's
DLC as well
on the 28th.
So that will probably feature at the end of the month as well.
Yeah, I'm really excited for Spawn because he's one of my favourite comic book characters, and he's actually what got me into comics in the first place. So
cool.
Happy days.
Right then, guys, so thanks ever so much for watching. As I say, if you have watched this long, the video's turned out a lot longer than I anticipated. Watch your shield.
Shield's going to go.
But yeah, if you've watched this long, obviously you need a medal, and thanks very much. Obviously, do make sure that you take part in our giveaway for the comics that we mentioned about a week ago at the start of the video.
Yeah.
And basically just let us obviously take part. We want NQM #NQM giveaway, and obviously tell us now what comics you've been reading this month. And
also comment if you don't want us to wibble on so much about like TV shows and games and things. Just leave us a comment so we know where we're going.
Yeah, if it's the first time we've done a video like this, if you would prefer us to do a comic show, a TV show, and then a gaming show, or if you just want us to stick to comics and you're not bothered about anything else, we're creating content for you guys. Content for you guys. Let us know in the comments.
Yeah.
So guys, take care and
see ya.